Have you ever played on a Call of Duty multiplayer map and thought to yourself that this would be a really cool zombies map? For this video, I'm going to go through all of the multiplayer maps that I think would fit really well in zombies. It's not necessarily about the layout of the map, it's more so just about the theming and the setting itself and the atmosphere the map provides. So without further ado, let's get right to the video. Okay, first up we have Chinatown from Call of Duty 4, which we are playing it on the remaster right now, obviously, because it's just going to look a lot better. But this is a location that I would love to see, and you know, call me really stupid, but I had no idea this actually took place in San Francisco. It's you know, obviously a Chinatown in San Francisco, which is based on a real place in San Francisco. And we've only had one of the map in San Francisco before. That was obviously Alcatraz with Mob of the Dead. But I mean, this would be pretty cool. I like the aesthetic of it. Kind of reminds me of Shaolin Shuffle from Infinite Warfare. This is actually a remake of Carentan from one of the older Call of Duties. I forget if it was COD 2 or COD 1. But I mean, I love the aesthetic of it. I love the Chinese, you know, cultural influence on this area. I think that could definitely be cool for a map. Obviously, like I said, Shaolin Shuffle's already done something similar to that, but obviously not in San Francisco. But I would just love to see it again. I think especially with like how it looks right here, for example, like this could be really cool. In terms of the layout, obviously, I don't really see this as being like the best zombies map ever, but I mean, I personally think it'd be pretty cool. Definitely not the best on this list though. All right, now we're on Carnival in Modern Warfare 2, and funny enough, this map was actually made into a custom zombies map in Black Ops 3 that I played on a video actually a few years ago. It was a really fun map, but I mean, obviously I'm going to choose this for this video because it's a carnival. Like, I know we've already gotten a carnival with Spaceland, but I don't care, man. Like, you can literally do a carnival 1,000 times. I will probably never get bored of it. And this carnival is really interesting. It's very different than Spaceland because it's an abandoned carnival. So it's not one that's, you know, active, obviously. And I think I would prefer one that was active like Spaceland. I think it's a little more interesting like that. But what could be cool is if it's like an abandoned carnival that you can activate yourself, like you can power it up, and so like the rides still work, but it has that like overgrown feel to it that this map has. I think that would be really, really awesome. And I mean, this map is absolutely huge, so there's obviously a lot to explore, but I think it could definitely work as a zombies map. I mean, you could have the Ferris wheel. I don't see that it's not accessible for the player, but let's say it was, you could ride the Ferris wheel. That could be something that you can do. Or there's a couple rides over here as well. What is this? Oh yeah, that ride could definitely be rideable. This thing, the little spinny whirl thingy, I don't know. Can you get up here actually? I've probably played this map like less than 5 times in my entire life. I'm not even gonna lie. You could do, what is this? You could climb up here. I don't even like remember this. What is the point? Oh, it's a little tactical spot here. They gotta bring back this map, man. It may be a little too big for 6v6. I think it would work better in like Ground War or something, but I mean, it's still a pretty cool map nonetheless. You got a corn dog station. The most exciting part though is the roller coaster. We gotta head to the roller coaster. This is the most iconic part of this map because you could even like go on top of the rail tracks. Like, that's awesome. But imagine this thing was like fully usable. You can like ride it just like the Spaceland roller coaster. Yeah, I mean, obviously, like I said, it's a carnival. Obviously, I was gonna choose this for this video. Overall, I think they need to do a carnival again in Call of Duty Zombies. Like I said, I could see it 1,000 times. I would never get bored of it, but it deserves another shot. At least one more time within the next couple Call of Duties. Actually, I forgot there was a fun house. We got to check that out. The fun house was really cool. And I mean, that would be really, really fun on the Zombies map as well. So that's kind of what I mean by wanting to see it again, is because even though Spaceland was incredible, it didn't even do everything that a carnival could do with its map. Oh shit, this was like the same thing that they used in Spaceland, but the guy didn't look like that inside of it, but yeah, you get the picture. Really, really cool map. And like I said, would love to see this in Zombies. So now we're on Hotel in Black Ops 1. And if we never get a map similar to what this is ever, I honestly will be quite disappointed because this is something that I've been wanting for ages. And not necessarily the hotel aspect, because obviously I think the hotel aspect is pretty cool. You know, having pools and resort-like stuff, that's obviously pretty cool. But what I want is the casino, man. Holy shit, look at this. This is what I want. And we're actually going to be playing another casino map later on in this video, but I had to start off where we got the first ever casino in Call of Duty. I just don't get why we haven't seen this yet, because the possibilities are endless with the casino. Because think about it, right? The whole idea of Zombies is you're getting points, right? And you're using the points to buy stuff. And you're already gambling at the mystery box anyways, so why not let players gamble in the casino with their points? Like, how awesome would that be? Imagine starting off the game with like 1,000 points, whatever, You know, you get to the casino, you unlock it, you have like 1,000 points, and you just come up to the roulette table and you have the ability to like actually bet on stuff. And if you actually get, well, I guess this isn't the roulette table, right? Where's the roulette table? I forget the names of all these. I've literally been in a casino twice in my entire life. Where's the roulette table? Certainly they have one here, don't they? I don't know. I think they got blackjack over here, right? I don't know. I don't see no roulettes. Whatever. Point being, you just play games. You can do the slot machines, whatever. I guess they're not really games, but you know what I mean. And you can have like a wheel here that you can spin for a certain amount of points, but maybe it's like a wheel of misfortune and there's like, negative things on the wheel as well. So you might get something bad. That'd be so awesome. And Black Ops 6 campaign has a casino. So I really thought we were going to get a casino. And obviously I've mentioned many times before, like obviously I don't want to see them just reuse assets as the only content in the game, but if it's an extra map, I have no problem with it, right? Especially if it's just a small area that's reused. And if it's reused for the purpose of giving us the ability to gamble our points at casino stuff, that would be awesome. The worst case scenario would be though, if they brought us a casino map and they didn't actually let us gamble points, then what's the point? You know what I mean? Like, it would be like giving us a theme park map without letting us play arcade games and ride rides. You know what I mean? It was just, what's the point? So I personally would love a casino map. Like I said, the other stuff here is cool too. I guess the resort stuff is fine. And I guess the hotel area over there, you got the different hotel rooms. Not as exciting as the casino stuff, but overall, would definitely love to see this as a zombies map someday. Not the map itself, but I mean just the general concept of it. So now we are on a zoo in Black Ops 1. I know what you're gonna say. The Fusion, this is already a zombies map. They literally put this in Outbreak in Black Ops Cold War. And yes, you are correct. They did have this as an Outbreak region in Black Ops Cold War. But let's be honest, did they do anything with the zoo concept? No, they didn't do shit. They just gave us the location and said, here you go. Here's a zoo. That's it. I want a zombies map where it's the zoo location, right? But it actually has like zoo animals in it, like full on like exhibits that have zombified versions of the animals. So you come over here to the bear exhibit, right? There should be like a zombie bear that's like keeping watch in this area. And imagine like the bear can't leave the exhibit though, like this is boarded up. You can go in there, but the bear can't leave. So if you want to go in there and maybe there's something that you need to get back here, maybe there's, I don't know, a special item for the Easter egg back here, maybe even like a perk machine back here. Imagine Juggernog being back here, and the only way you can get through there is if you come across the zombie bear, and maybe the zombie bear is like really beefy, has a lot of health, is really hard to kill. And even when you kill it, it'll just more zombie bears will come back in later rounds, but they will only ever be in this exhibit, so you'll never have to worry about the zombie bears outside of it. I think that'd be a really cool way to utilize special enemies and zombies. You don't have to, constantly have them be spammed on the player, rather have them be put in specific areas. And I think a zoo would be the best way to do that because of the exhibits and just the very nature of how exhibits work. Over here you have giraffes, right? Giraffes would be over here. You can do zombie giraffes. I mean, I don't know, zombie giraffes could attack you. There's the monorail as well. That could be a cool, like, transportation method as well. It could take you around the map. That would be awesome. I guess you'd go up here and the monorail would, like, be like something you could just hop in. Yeah, this would be such a great zombies map when you really think about it. Again, it not necessarily the exact layout, but just the general concept of it. Just having a zoo with a bunch of different exhibits. I'm surprised we've never gotten something like that before, to be honest. And again, the Outbreak location does not count. There really isn't nearly as much to this map as I thought there was. Oh, there's the aquarium over here. I was looking for the aquarium. I thought the aquarium was new in Black Ops Cold War for a second because I was like, where is the aquarium? But yeah, obviously this would be a cool part as well. Like you could literally put zombie fish in there or something. I don't know. Like that would be really awesome. There's so much you could do with a zoo. Just obviously it would be bigger than this, but this still would be pretty cool if they did it. We are now on Liberation in Modern Warfare 3, which is actually in Central Park, New York City, which we've had maps in New York City before. Well, I guess technically we've only had one with Shaolin Shuffle, but I would love to see them do it again. I mean, there's definitely other areas of New York City they can cover. I believe Shaolin Shuffle is meant to be like kind of lower Manhattan area, but Central Park is, well, in the center, and it's kind of close to Times Square, so they could do like a Times Square map that also has part of it being a Central Park. I mean, I feel like they're probably far enough of a distance, so maybe you could do some sort of like subway system that you can like take the subway to Central Park and get over here. And look, I think it would be really cool for them to do something like that. I just love the aesthetic of it. I definitely think a map like this would work best with like a superhero theme, which sounds ridiculous, but just because superheroes are so heavily integrated with the idea, New York City itself, so many superhero movies focus on New York City, I think a zombies map that like has that aesthetic to it would be pretty interesting. Obviously, it wouldn't work for like the Ether storyline. That would work better for like an Infinite Warfare type game that is like trying to parody different movies. I think a parody of superhero films in it that takes place in New York City would work really well as a zombies map. And yeah, I think this area would definitely be cool for that. So I mean, definitely not the craziest map in the world. I mean, this definitely wasn't one of my favorite maps, even though I love the aesthetic of it. Definitely wasn't the best in terms of gameplay, but it would be really, really cool to see as part of a zombie map. So now we're on Boardwalk, which this is another location that, again, would be so cool as a zombies map. This is just, you know, on the shore, on a boardwalk, with a bunch of things that would be fun to interact with in zombies. Like, look at all the mini games you can do. You can do like the boardwalk games, like shooting the basketball into the hoops. I mean, it'd be similar to, I guess, Infinite Warfare in that way, but imagine being able to like earn points from that, or like even just prizes. Imagine like, you know, there's like a free perk that you can get if you like hit a certain amount of shots in a certain amount of time. That would be pretty interesting. Obviously, there's even an amusement park over here. So like, if you really wanted to combine the whole, you know, carnival map that we talked about before, I didn't even realize the rides move while you're playing. That's really cool. But like, you can have, you know, rides in the back part of it, and then you can also have the game part of it, which again, this would just be really, really fun and exciting, similar to what Spaceland was. I think any map that has something like this, I'm immediately probably going to choose for this video, just because, again, I just love this type of stuff, and especially in a zombies map, that'd be even better. But we also have an arcade here, which again could just be like the Infinite Warfare Zombies arcade. And I mean, look at this. Imagine having a dancing game in zombies, and then obviously you have the beach itself. There's like different restaurants and bars and stuff. This is a really cool map, by the way. I don't really like talk about it too much when I think of my favorite maps ever, but I mean, this is easily one of the coolest maps they've ever done. It's pretty small, but yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to show off here. It's just a map that I think would definitely be pretty cool in zombies. Now we're on Fog in Call of Duty Ghosts, and in terms of being one of the spookiest maps of all time, I think this obviously would fit very, very well with a zombies map. And the closest to this that we've ever seen before, probably Raven the Redwoods. Obviously that kind of was going for the spooky, you know, in the woods sort of vibe, but I think this is something that would definitely be cool to see again in a different sort of a way. And actually, fun fact about Raven the Redwoods, I'm pretty sure the main cabin Raven Redwoods was heavily like made after this cabin. I don't think it's the exact same. They didn't just like copy and paste it, obviously, but you could see some similarities, like this little hole right here. Let me put the bomb on it. How do I do that? Ghost had such cool DLC maps, man. But remember this little like power room in Raven Redwoods? This does not kind of remind you of the power room. Like there was the power switch, I think, over in this corner, and then the little guy was like spinning on the wheel over there, and then you run through this way through the tunnels that leads to like the other area. I think they definitely utilized some of these assets, but not heavily. Like it's not a direct copy, obviously, but regardless, obviously this reminds me of Raven the Redwoods. And yeah, I mean, I would just love to see something like this again, something that has like a slasher attacking you every now and then, kind of stalking you. You know, I like how the slasher works in Raven the Redwoods, but I really think they could have done something different with it, where like I said, it stalks you just a little bit. By the way, this kind of looks like Juggernog back here. I genuinely, like, at first glance, I was like, oh, they even got perk machines back here. But yeah, not really much to show here. If you played this map before, you know how cool it is. Obviously, this map had the Michael Myers field order score streak that you can use, which was really, really cool. But yeah, a map like this with the spooky in the woods, definitely something we should see again in zombies. I would personally love it. Now we're on Ruins in COD Ghost, which is a map at a Mayan temple. And so yeah, I mean, obviously this would be a really, really awesome map. Closest to this we've ever seen is probably Shangri-La. This map also had the Predator field order streak that you can get, which was so cool. But I mean, come on, you can't tell me this wouldn't be an amazing zombies map. Just the temple vibe of it. And actually, fun fact, there is a current rumor that there might be a map in Black Ops 7 that's going to be at not a Mayan temple, but a Japanese temple next to a volcano. So obviously it's not a Mayan temple, but you know, the idea of having some sort of like temple would be really, really cool. And this map, just in general, I just really love the aesthetic of it. I mean, you could do a lot of cool like booby traps and stuff in here, kind of like Indiana Jones type stuff. I mean, look at these. What the hell? Oh, those are aliens, right? There's got to be alien skeletons. I mean, yeah, the whole map is themed around the Predator, so obviously it's going to have... Oh, there's the Predator's face right there. I can't believe, like, this is such a cool thing that back in Ghost, they literally had maps just based off of collabs. And yeah, Predator's literally right there. And nowadays, They do collabs, but they don't really do map-themed collabs anymore. I mean, they have a couple times. They did that Godzilla map at Vanguard, but this is like the furthest I think they've ever gone with a full-on collab map. It's literally like a full-on Predator themed, and I thought that was just so awesome. And I would love to see more stuff like that again. And we have another Ghosts map with Pharaoh. We are not even halfway through with the Ghosts maps for this video. Ghosts was just absolutely cooking with their DLC maps, but this map obviously is an Egyptian map. And I mean, obviously we've been asking for that for ages. Zombies fans have wanted something like this for years. Technically, we do have 3 maps in Egypt now, but one of them is 9, which doesn't really feel like Egypt, even though it technically is. It's Roman Egypt, so it's, if people actually think it's Rome, like a lot of people think it's in Rome, but it's not like the idea of Egypt that people really want out of a Zombies map. And then, of course, Terra Maldicta and the Archon technically take place in Egypt, but it's, again, not the idea of what people want. People want stuff like this. They want a full-on, like, Egyptian pyramid type thing, and these are really cool. These guys, I forget what you call them, these statues. There's a better-looking one out here that I could probably get a better shot of. But yeah, these guys, I don't know what they're called, but these would be really cool special enemies. Like, imagine a smaller version of these dudes, like, he's like regular size or something, and he just kind of attacks you. Or that could even be a boss fight too. I don't know, man. It, in general, would be a really, really cool special enemy to go up against. And just like with the last map, there's definitely a lot of like hidden secrets and booby traps and stuff that they can have. Oh, these little things could be like the special, like the dogs of the map or something. That's what they kind of look like, right? Just the things you could do with this, though. Okay, now we have Departed, which, again, another COD Ghost map. And this one is one that, honestly, it's not necessarily the map itself. It's just the general idea of having a map in Mexico. Because there's actually quite a lot of maps in Mexico throughout Call of Duty's history. I don't want to say a lot, but there's a few. And this is the one that comes to mind as, like, one of the coolest ones that they've done. Just because it has all, like, the Day of the Dead, like, stuff going on. And I mean, I think this would be pretty awesome as a Zombies map, just in general, because I mean, Day of the Dead, very big connection to the dead, therefore it would connect well with the Zombies map. And look, there's your zombie map title right there, Dia de los Muertos. It's the perfect name for a Zombies map. Come on, you can't tell me that wouldn't go so hard. So literally, like, we've had a Zombies map titled Day of the Dead before with, what was it, Tag der Toten. Tag der Toten is Day of the Dead in German, so it would just be that same title again, but in Spanish. I think that'd be pretty cool. In terms of like the map location itself, it could really just be any like town like this, you know, in Mexico. And you have the aesthetic of all the decorations and stuff. I think that would be so cool. I didn't realize there's like music playing. You hear that? It's really quiet, but that adds a lot to the aesthetic, doesn't it? Oh, what the fuck? Why is Captain Price just on a poster? What the fuck? Oh man, dude, looking around COD maps is so much fun because you just find shit like this. Like, what is going on there? Bullseye, like, since when did Captain Price do advertisements, man? What is he doing? Did he sit down and say, oh, I gotta start doing advertisements for alcohol companies? Now we're on Mutiny in COD Ghosts, which this map is so cool and gets me so like hyped for a map like this to potentially come in the future. Will we ever get it? Probably not at this point, but I want a map with the pirate theme so bad. The closest that we've ever gotten is obviously Terminus, but even that isn't really a pirate theme. I feel like they're kind of afraid to go full on with like a theme nowadays. They just prefer to like have it be somewhat grounded, which I don't see the point of that. Like, just go full on, give us a pirate map. And I had an idea that I kind of wanted to share. I had an idea for a map that would be pirate themed that I wanted to share, and I thought it sounded really cool. And it would kind of be like a similar map to Transit in a sense, but in a good way, where you would have a map that starts off at a like pirate port like this, which would have, you know, a giant ship and a bunch of little taverns and stuff, you know, usual pirate stuff. But you can take the pirate ship and sail it to other islands, and maybe just like with Transit, there would be like maybe 5 total locations you can go to, and it would be 5 different islands around the map. And it would be a bit different than Transit, where you can actually like control the ship in this, or maybe not like fully control it, but maybe in the pirates like captain's quarters or something. I don't know, wherever you, or I guess it would be up here. There'd be like a map or something, and you can like hold X on a specific location you want to travel to, and then the ship would literally just take you to that location that you asked to go to, right? That would be so awesome. And then you can travel a bunch of different islands, and maybe there can be other ways to travel as well through, like, you know, fast travel, like teleporters and stuff. And maybe it could be multiple ships you can take. So if you're playing with other players, you could take multiple ships. You can maybe use like this as a trap right here and, like, you know, shoot the zombies down below. Like, so much stuff you could do. And I honestly thought Terminus was going to be that. Originally, when Terminus was first leaked, it was leaked to have a deck cannon trap and a boat. And I was thinking, oh my god, we're getting a pirate map. It wasn't a pirate map, obviously, but there is like minor pirate stuff. They had that one side quest that kind of has some pirate feels to it, but that's about it, man. There's so much more you can do with a pirate themed map, and I think this mutiny map really shows that quite a bit, just in terms of, like, I mean, the ship itself, obviously, and then like the tavern area and just how cool a tavern can look, you know, with the pirate theme. Like, normally taverns or whatever, but oh, look at that, the ghost mask is in there. But no, like, this tavern just looks insane. Like, look at all this. This is so awesome. It just gets me excited with the potential of COD. I hope this video is giving you guys, you know, some ideas in your mind as well, where you're thinking, oh, that could be a really cool zombies map. Goes to show that zombies is kind of endless. Like, they could be making maps for ages, and we would probably never get bored of them because there are so many ideas out there. They just have to start actually delivering on those ideas. We don't need another map in the same sort of location. Like, you know, I'm excited for Janus Towers and everything, but it's just going to be another facility, and I'm not like that excited for that. Hopefully they can do something cooler with it than just a facility, obviously, but just the overall idea is not the most exciting thing possible. Now, for the last map in Ghosts, we have Gold Rush, which kind of has that Wild Western theme to it, which is obviously really, really cool. But that's not even the coolest part of the map. The coolest part is these damn freaking mine carts you could jump into. This is actually one of my favorite multiplayer maps of all time, by the way, solely because of this mine cart feature. Like, obviously, if you're trying to, like, play a competitive, more serious map, it's not the best for that. But come on, how can you not love a map that has a mine cart that you can just ride the whole time? Like, holy shit, man, this is awesome. And playing multiplayer with this was so cool. But this and zombies would be even cooler. Just the idea of having a mine cart that just always goes around. You could just jump on it and just shoot zombies while you're riding it. Like, come on, man, that'd be awesome. And just the map itself as well is just really, really cool. I mean, just looking around, you have these caves and, oh man, there's a lot you could do with this. I mean, we technically did have a dig site recently with the tomb. Obviously, we've had Origins before, and this is kind of a dig site in a sense, but it's a mining site. You know, it's a bit different. They're looking for gold, I guess, and there's definitely, like, this cave looks really cool, for example. I definitely think there's a lot you can do with this. I'm actually surprised they didn't have a minecart transportation method on the tomb, now that I'm thinking about it. I mean, that would have been a really cool map to do, but they just didn't even bother. The aesthetic of it is awesome. I like Wild Western maps. I know we've only had that for Buried so far, but certainly they can do it again. I did not know that was going to kill me, but yeah, this is a cool map. Definitely would be good for zombies. So now we're on to Drift in Advanced Warfare, which is a map at a ski lodge, which there actually has been a couple of ski lodge maps before in Call of Duty, but I thought the best one was definitely Drift, just because of one really cool thing where an avalanche comes through the map halfway through it, which I guess we'll wait for. But I mean, look at it. You got a carousel as well with the whole Christmas theme to it. I think it'd be really cool for them to do like seasonal maps like that. I guess technically we've had some maps that fit the whole seasonal vibe to it, but I would love one that's like, you know, comes out around Christmas time and it's just full on like, yeah, we're going far with the Christmas theme this time around. This is literally a map made for Christmas. That would be really, really cool. And I think Drift, the overall aesthetic of this is really cool, and obviously a ski lodge makes sense for a Christmas themed map if you're going for one. I realize you can hear the Christmas songs playing. Oh my god, there's so much you learn about maps when you just go into it in a private match and just take in the environment. Oh, and here we go. Here's the avalanche. Look at that. Should we just let it take us out? Oh god. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and then just covers the map in snow. At least this area, which I thought was a really cool thing. I miss dynamic maps. Like, look, I'm not gonna make this a hating on Call of Duty video, but why don't they do shit like this anymore? You know, they did a couple of stuff like this last year with MW3, I guess, like the carousel map and stuff, but dynamic events like this, man, we need this again. We really do. So obviously it wasn't going to be a multiplayer maps that would work good in Zombies video without Splash from Black Ops 3. And again, just like I talked with the Modern Warfare 2's Carnival map, this actually was brought into Custom Zombies in BO3 as the map, the water park map, which I don't know if it's even available anymore to play. I forgot. I had some drama with that. It required it to like get taken out or something. I don't remember. But regardless, yes, this would be obviously a really cool Zombies map. a water park in general. We talked about a theme park before being really cool. Water park is a very similar concept to a theme park, pretty much the same idea. And obviously I would love that as a zombies map, especially the idea of having like different areas that feel very different from each other, all the different slides that you can go on. And I mean, this map doesn't really have a lot of slides that you can go on. Obviously the slides are like more so built into the gameplay. Like this is a pretty thick slide and it's just here for the gameplay. And obviously there's like these like half slides over here that you can kind of go through, but not really like main slides. But if it was a full on, you know, zombies map, they would obviously go further with that. And then having swimming areas is always cool in zombies. I think the more swimming areas, the better. I feel like we haven't gotten enough maps with swimming in zombies, to be honest. I think they need to do more. Warning, please use provided plastic baggies for augmented limbs. That's really cool because remember the whole BO3 campaign is all about like different like special like limbs and enhancements and stuff, and the fact that they're actually tying this into the world itself of BO3, that's actually a really cool little sign there. Imagine being able to ride this, like, you know, it's like a little like transportation method that you hold X on it and it like straight up takes you down the slide, and it's like a whole like lazy river type deal. I mean, that would be so awesome as a zombies map, man. I'm looking outside there, holy shit, look at that. Imagine that was part of the map too. Oh man, the possibilities are endless. I didn't realize how much of the water park areas was out there. Look at all that. A little beach over here. I guess it's not really a beach. It's just a really big pool that has like a beach part to it. This does look like a really nice water park though. Like I would have a good time here. Next up we have a Knockout from Black Ops 3, which look how absolutely drop dead gorgeous this map is. I mean, easily this would make for a fantastic zombies map. Holy shit. Like we talked about having like a temple before, but I mean, if you're gonna do a temple, do a temple like this, man. Oh my god, this is fucking insane. I mean, obviously the temple itself looks amazing, but like even just we gotta go back here for a second because the actual background is just amazing. Look at this, holy shit. I mean, of course those cherry blossom trees are always gonna look amazing, but I mean, they really look solid here. I would love a whole map themed around this. I think this would be so cool. What is this? I forgot there was like a disco club in here, which this does feel a little random. Maybe it isn't and I'm just crazy, I don't know. But I think I kind of like it though. Like I like how random it feels. Maybe it's not as random as I think it is, but yeah, just in terms of visuals, like I said, this is probably one of the best looking maps. Like this looks like one of those like thumbnails where you like put up the saturation a bunch, but my saturation I haven't adjusted whatsoever. This is literally the default look of the game. You're on the watch of the video too. I don't change the saturation on the videos. It's literally just the default look of BO3. That's how damn gorgeous this game looked. And this map was no different. This was probably one of the most beautiful looking maps they've ever made. And yeah, obviously there's a lot of cultural influence that you can have for this map. A lot of cool things you can do with it because of that. And if you keep this aesthetic, I mean, people always talk about not wanting a daytime map in zombies, but guess what? If you had it look like this and it was in daytime, nobody would give a shit. We would actually be happy about it because daytime doesn't have to look not great. You know what I mean? It could definitely look awesome. And if it has this color to it, people are going to love it. I mean, just look at this, man. You could do like a dragon boss fight that would fit quite a bit. I mean, I know we had a dragon before, Garad Krovi, but you could do a dragon again. It wouldn't hurt to do a dragon again. Obviously, this would fit quite a bit with a dragon boss fight. I mean, there's like a weird looking snake dragon right there. I guess that's not, it's more of a snake. That's not really a dragon, is it? Oh, there's dragons back there, but whatever. You get the idea. I'm sure this could easily be like a top map of all time if they utilize this aesthetic to its fullest degree. I guess, would you technically call this a castle? I don't really know if that'd be called a castle. I called it a temple, but I guess you can call it a castle. And now we're on Berserk, which again, another Black Ops 3 DLC map, just like, you know, Ghosts. There's a lot of really cool DLC maps in this game. And this map has a Viking theme to it, which we've never had a zombies map with a Viking theme, obviously. So we talked about pirates before. Obviously, that would be cool. We've had medieval maps, I guess, but like not full-on Vikings. Oh, there's dragons flying out. I never realized that. Holy shit. Yeah, there's another dragon out there. I guess it makes sense. They had Garad Krovi. They can just toss those Garad Krovi assets back in the distance. I had no idea this map literally had dragons on it just flying in the distance. You learn things. You learn something new every day, man. I don't know. But yeah, Vikings are cool. And a map themed around them would obviously be really cool, especially with the whole snowy aesthetic that this map has. They even have a catapult looking thing. This is definitely a cool map that would work well with zombies. Again, it's not about the layout, it's not about like that specifically, just it's about the theming of it. That's what excites me about looking at these maps and thinking of the possibilities of like what this could be in Zombies. Now we're on a map called Citadel, which funny enough, you know, obviously we got Citadel more in Black Ops 6, and I mean, come on, this looks 1,000 times better than Citadel more does. I'm sorry. Holy shit, look at that, look at that, look at that. What is going on? Like, the amount of effort they put into just a regular ass multiplayer map is just outstanding. You can't not love it. I mean, this is fucking nuts. I love how green it is. Like, I mean, that's the thing with these maps in BO3. I mean, the Zombies was the same way. They went hard with the color palette. If that map was green, they would make it green. If it was blue, it would be blue. You know, it was so far with the color palette. They didn't shy away from it. They didn't dull out the colors, and that's what made it look so damn good. And obviously, this is like a medieval map, but it's a damn awesome medieval map. It's kind of like a futuristic castle though. Like you can see it has like a futuristic vibe to it, which I think it blends futuristic and medieval so well, which is something that I think Zombies would be pretty cool if they did something like that. I mean, I guess you could just do the regular medieval shit, but I mean, look at this. As a castle, this looks just so much more exciting. Is that a shield? They have, that literally looks like a zombie shield. They could have used that in Zombies. That's literally a zombie shield asset. Is that not? Oh my god, look at that armor. Yeah, that could have been like a mutant injection type thing. Oh my goodness, this is so cool. I played this map a couple times, maybe more than a couple times, but I mean, I never really like fully appreciated its look though. Like, look at this, man. Like, this feels like I'm walking in a Zombies map right now. Oh my god, look at all this. Holy shit, I'm loving this so much. This is probably one of the coolest maps we've seen so far. The hell is this? Well, more shields, I guess. Oh no, is that armor? Yeah, it's more body armor. It's like huge body armor. There's like a whole story behind this map for sure, right? Like, the visual storytelling is crazy. You got water, obviously. Another one of those suits. A giant sword stuck in it. Oh my god. Another one. Dude, there's so many of these just laying around. It looks like there's a massive battle here. And I believe you can get on top of this tower, but I'm pretty sure it's like really, really high up. Yeah, it's pretty high. The trees look amazing. Look at that. Yeah, so I think the battle was like these lions. The lion shields. They have their little like thing here that they drove over here, and then they started to fight. And I guess that's like the snake. So yeah, I guess it's like a house, you know, like a house symbol. This castle is the snake castle, and then there's the lion house that's attacking them. I don't know who's a part of what, but it's damn cool nonetheless. Oh shit, look at that. Oh my god, look at this. This could be like a boss arena right here. Like, you could fight these giant ass snakes. There's even a throne and a giant hammer that looks eerily like the hammer from Black Ops 4's Chaos maps. Dude, this is fucking amazing. All right, for the only Infinite Warfare map on this list, I went with 4, which is a map that takes place at a golf course. And again, close to the maps that we talked about before with the whole theme park aesthetic and the carnival stuff. I just love that stuff. I'm always gonna want that as a Zombies map. And this map, obviously, it's not a theme park necessarily, but because it's a golf course, each area is themed around like different things. So this is like a dinosaur looking area, which is pretty cool. It has like the fossils, and then this is a, you know, Egyptian themed area, obviously. I think there's an area that's themed around ice cream somewhere over here. Where is that? Yeah, it's over here. Like, stuff like this would just be pretty cool on a Zombies map. But I mean, I don't think it would necessarily be great as like its own map. I think it would be cool if there was a golf course that was part of like a theme park map, for example. Clearly you can tell I want another theme park map. Then they have the temples over here. Obviously, these are pretty cool. And there's like a little village area over here and magic forests. Like, look at this. Oh my goodness, look at that. It's a creepy looking tree. Not much to show off here. I just thought it was kind of cool, and it definitely adds to the conversation about the theme parks. Something like that is what we really need again. Because imagine being able to play golf in Zombies, like having a whole mini game you can do. Like, shit like that is what Zombies needs more of. Like, you know, side Easter eggs are fine and all, but like, make it more interactive as part of the map. Don't just make it something that you do once and you can't do it again in the rest of the game. And being able to just play golf would be part of that. I never realized that dragon actually spits out fire. That's pretty cool. Can it injure you? Light me on fire. Come on. No, I don't think so. And now we are on Egypt in COD World War II, which this map really hurts because for those of you who don't know, and I'm not sure if this is like confirmed or not, I'm pretty sure it was heavily rumored that apparently there was supposed to be an Egypt map, probably similar to this map, in Zombies, in World War II Zombies. But because of 9, I guess there was some reason why they had to scrap the idea because maybe Activision or Treyarch or whatever thought that having, you know, two Egypt maps in like games back to back would be too much. They wanted to like save the Egypt hype for 9. But the fact that so many people don't even know that 9 takes place in Egypt basically tells me that they could have done Egypt in this game just fine, and it wouldn't have affected the hype for 9 at all. People were still going to be hyped no matter what, as was I. Like, it was a very different map, so I don't really understand why that had to happen. I always got pissed about that. There might have been more to the story though, maybe something else happened, but just looking at this map, you can really get a good idea as to what that map probably would have been. And I'm pretty sure it would have been DLC 3. I'm pretty sure the Torture Path wasn't supposed to exist the way it did, and that we were supposed to get an Egypt map for DLC 3, which I like the Torture Path more than most people. I don't think it's great. I think it's definitely one of the weakest map in this game, weakest experience in this game. But oh my god, man, just looking at this and thinking of what could have been for a zombies map, it genuinely could have been the best map in the game, or like at least a really fantastic map. Just taking a look at all these assets here, I'm sure a lot of these assets would have been used in the zombies mode as well. I'm not sure if it would be the exact layout of it. I'm sure it's probably not, but there could be some similarities. Who knows? I don't. There definitely could be some stuff here that would have translated to Zombies 1-to-1 if they ever made it. So as I discussed before, of course, we do have another casino map that I needed to talk about because I want a casino map so badly, and this one is even cooler than the one from Black Ops 1. And I'm pretty sure the one that they used in the Black Ops 6 campaign is very similar to this, but like, look at all this, man. Like, imagine this is a zombies map. Oh, is that the Pack-a-Punch machine? Holy shit. That's kind of cool. There's like zombie stuff. Oh, it's called Pack-a-Punch. I mean, see what I mean? Like, imagine being able to just go up to here, use your points on this. Like, maybe it costs like 50 points, and you just like can get a bunch of little bonuses, and like, you know, you can lose a lot of points by doing it because you're probably not gonna, you know, guarantee to get your stuff. It's gambling, right? That's the whole point of it. And I think that would be just really, really fun on a zombies map. And there's all these like side rooms and stuff. Is there any other? Oh, there's a dartboard over there. I mean, this is just a little bar, I guess. A little outdoor area that looks pretty nice. A really nice looking casino, though, I gotta say. This map was really cool. It's actually one of my favorite maps in this game. I think it was a little too big, maybe for 6v6, but it's pretty cool otherwise. Where's like the roulette tables? Are they back here? I know there's some roulette tables or something. Here we go. I love roulette, man. Roulette's probably one of my favorite like things. That like I said, I've been in a casino maybe twice, and I've only ever hit the roulettes. I think that's like the funnest one. Not that I condone it or anything like that. You know, be safe at your own risk. But yeah, so like imagine this in zombies, right? So you come up to this thing and you can put your points down on any of these. You can put your points on any of the numbers. You can put your points on any of the red or black. Where's black? I only see red. Maybe that's black right there. I don't know. Whatever. You know what I mean. You can put it on odd. You can put it on even. Whatever, right? And then the ball rolls and it goes into one of these holes. And if you get it right, you get a certain amount of points based on which one you put on for a bet. And you can just keep betting your points and you can get stuff out of it. Like, that's the type of interactive features that zombies needs more of. I just feel like we don't really have a lot of that. And I think the more of that, the better, for sure. It would literally only make zombies better. Of course it would only make zombies better. So I really, really hope that they could do stuff like that in the future. What is back here? It's just a statue. I think our only chance of getting something like this in zombies is with Outbreak next year, because for those of you who don't know, Outbreak is rumored to be on the Avalon Warzone map, which is it's not going to be a Warzone map apparently anymore. It might still be, who knows, but it's a map that obviously has been utilized a little bit in Black Ops 6 so far. But there is a casino that of course was also in the campaign. So if that Outbreak map, if the Avalon is actually the Outbreak map, then we should be getting the casino as one of the Outbreak locations. So that could be cool, but you know, if they don't let you gamble your points, does it even count? You know, you gotta let us gamble points, man. So I hope that ends up happening, and you know, part of an Outbreak map is better than nothing, so I definitely take it. So now this is a map that I just couldn't not include because it's literally a museum map of the history of zombies. And I mean, it wouldn't be my first thought for a zombies map because it would just be a bunch of nostalgia bait in a single map, but like it could work, kind of similar to Revelations, but as a museum instead. Like, there's just zombies artifacts everywhere. Like here we have Crater of Hell, and it's literally, you go in here, it's moon, which I mean, that's pretty interesting. Oh, where's the moon stuff? Here it is. It's literally just moon. It's obviously not like the location itself. Can you shoot those zombies? Oh, you can. That's cool. They don't die though. Okay, but yeah, you have moon here. There's a Verruckt area. There's all sorts of different areas. Oh, here's Transit. Yeah, of course, you can't forget about Transit. It's crazy that this is the newest version of Ted we've ever seen in Call of Duty. This is the last time we've seen him appear. And then, yeah, a little diner over here. Bus to the Beyond. That's cool. What is this over here, by the way? You got a dragon up there. I didn't even know that dragon was up there. Obviously, that's from Garad Krovi. Wait, what? What zombies map is that from? I don't fucking remember, man. What? I'm trying to think. It looks like Godzilla, man. I don't know. I'm forgetting, man. And here's the Verrucht area. It's just a tiny little area. There's nothing too crazy in this area. But, you know, it's still cool nonetheless to have Verrucht in here. And then, you know, come back outside. And I like the aesthetic of it. Like, even just outside, like, they have a really cool, like, vibe to it. I don't know. They did a good job with this map. Really, really good job. Oh, Shadows of Evil mystery box. And then here's the wonderful Voyage of Despair Titanic. Look at this. I mean, it's not huge or anything, but they have part of it. And it's pretty cool that they included it. I like it. I like it a lot. And Chaos Pack-a-Punch Machine. So yeah, I mean, you could do something like this where it's just like a map that's just paying homage to other zombies maps in like a museum. That could work, but it's just one I felt like I had to include for the video, obviously. And just like with the last map of Remnant, I felt like I had to include Der Schatten, which is, for those of you who don't know, the map that takes place at the bottom of Der Eisendrache. So as you can see up there, that is actually the castle of Der Eisendrache. You can barely see it up there, but when you're on DE and you're looking, oh, you can also see the rocket as well. When you're on DE and you're looking down from where the gondola is, this is what you're seeing down below. And I thought that was so cool that they decided to do a map themed around that. Like, it literally just takes place down there. And although I don't think this really fits the video as much as some other things, I still felt like I had to include it because it's like, come on, it's right next to another zombies map. What is, you can activate this, right? Oh yeah, you can activate the finger. Can you keep activating it? I guess you gotta wait for it to like recharge. Trying to time that would be pretty funny, to like try to time it when someone walks by so you can squish them. But yeah, I don't think it's necessarily the like most interesting area ever for a zombies map, but like I said, just the general fact that it's close to DE. If they ever wanted to do like a sequel to Der Eisendrache, I mean, here you go. This is the best place to do it down here, right? I mean, it's close enough. It's got the robot hanging over here. I believe it's the same robot from the intro, right? I mean, it's in pieces. Where's the eyes? Oh, it's right. Oh, that's the fucking head right there. We were literally in it before. Okay, well, yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm definitely a fan of this map. Just not the coolest one ever. I just thought I should include it because it's literally next to a zombies map that already exists. So obviously it makes sense to include it. And for the last Black Ops 4 map, we have Lair, which this map looks like it's on a different planet. Oh, what the hell is going on here? But this was a part of the like superheroes versus villains event that they did. And like I mentioned before with the Liberation map, I think a superhero themed zombies map would be really, really cool. And this would be a great way to do it, having literally a villain lair as one of the locations on the map. And I mean, look at this map. Holy shit. Like, this is nuts. You can go underwater here. Look how deep this goes. This is still one of the craziest multiplayer maps they've ever done, to be honest. It was maybe a little too big for 6v6. Oh, what the hell? Yeah, I mean, you can't tell me this doesn't look like a zombies map. It definitely does. Oh, this game had doors before Modern Warfare 2019 did, technically. This area looks cool though, like the rock and the lava. Kind of reminds me of The Incredibles. Remember that like lair in The Incredibles? Even the symbol kind of looks like The Incredibles. I mean, this itself kind of just looks like a boss arena, does it not? Like, just think of like this platform being a little bit, you know, more out into the water. Like, this could easily be a boss fight arena. Even the outdoor area looks really great. They just nail the color palette and the aesthetic, which, I mean, a lot of Black Ops 3 and 4 maps did, which is why I want this aesthetic back so bad. I want this art style back. The realism shit's just getting kind of annoying, man. Like, BO6 doesn't go that far with it. Like, there's definitely some good color to some of the maps, but like, not nearly as good as this, you know? Like, this, like, look at this, man. Holy shit. Just walking out here. I don't know why this map's so big, though. Oh my god, this is far back. I'm getting... Oh, whoa, what is this? Oh, it's just an elevator. Can you ride? You could ride the elevator? What? Oh, this map's way bigger than I thought. Oh, you can get up here in, like, the control panel room. Oh, and you can come down here. Oh, I see. That's neat. What the fuck? He's got a monkey. That's so cool. All right, now we are on to the Pines in Black Ops Cold War, which takes place in an 80s shopping mall, which is so cool, man. And of course, I know people are going to say, technically you could play this in Zombies because it is available in the Onslaught mode, and it is pretty cool to play in that mode. But, I mean, look at this. Like, a shopping mall is such a cool location to do a zombie. I'm a big fan of shopping malls. I don't know why. Like, I love going to them. I love visiting them. But especially ones set in the 80s. I mean, come on. I mean, you could do the whole theme park vibe because there has been some shopping malls I've seen that have, like amusement park rides inside of them. So you probably could somehow manage to make that work. But 80s just has such a cool aesthetic for its malls, and I could really see this working well, just like getting it to go inside of all the different restaurants and the stores and stuff. And obviously you have probably the coolest part of it, the Galaxy Room, which of course is the arcade with all the arcade games and stuff. And obviously if it was in Zombies, just like in Spaceland, they should let you actually play them. I was so disappointed with the arcade on Forsaken because it didn't really let you play the machines. Instead, it like teleported you into like a little mini game that honestly wasn't as exciting as it would be if you just actually got to play the mini games themselves. Like, let me play skee ball, man. Let me play some skee ball just like you could on Spaceland, which is still the goated map of all time. It's probably always going to be the goated map. Hopefully it is beaten one day, but who knows? But yeah, I mean, come on. It's a shopping mall. It's going to be awesome. I would love to see this in Zombies one day. Definitely, if they do another game in the 80s, I think they have to do a shopping mall Zombies map. Like, it's just required for them to do that. But until then, we probably will never see a full-on Zombies map in a shopping mall. So this map is genuinely one of the coolest looking maps of all time, and it's in Vanguard. It's called Beheaded. So I'm actually really hoping that this is actually a map we might get to see in Black Ops 7. Obviously, again, it won't be like, the same layout as this. I just mean the general theme and location of it. I think we might, because there was a rumor, I don't know if you guys remember hearing it, about Black Ops 7 map locations. One of them was rumored to be in New York City, specifically post-World War II, in an alternate history where a nuke hit New York City. Now, this is obviously not like a nuke. This looks like it was just like a missile or something that came crashing down. I mean, somehow Statue of Liberty came flying over here. I don't know how that happened. And obviously this takes place in Times Square in the 1940s. So yeah, if they were to do a map that takes place like post-World War II in the 40s, which would be really cool, even though that game's going to be a futuristic game, they could definitely still do maps that take place in the past. They've done that before. We've seen it many times before. There's no reason why they can't time travel and do all that stuff in Zombies maps. But this is the aesthetic I'm thinking they can go for. And it kind of reminds me of Shadows of Evil a bit. And I would love to see that with a brand new Zombies map. Like, if they really nail this 1940s aesthetic with a New York City Times Square map, it could honestly be one of the coolest maps ever. And I mean, like I said, we've had a New York City map before with Shaolin Shuffle, but it's definitely something you can do again. I mean, you could do, look at this little diner here. Like, this would be so cool to see a diner with a jukebox. Oh, can you? Oh no, that's a door. Never mind. I thought it was letting me play some music or something. But yeah, this map is pretty cool looking. There's even the subway over here, which if they really wanted to, they can make it a transportation system that you could take around to different areas of Manhattan. That could be really, really cool. I don't know if there was any casinos in the 1940s in New York City, but if there was, they could probably add a casino somewhere over here. I don't know. I'm always looking for, ways for them to add a casino. I just realized it says 420 up there. Definitely a 420 meme. Yeah, this just looks incredible, man. This just, I'm sorry. The Vanguard gets a lot of hate, but the one thing that I think it did really well was the graphics and just how some of the maps looked. Like, the game looked gorgeous. You can't deny that. Like, this is fucking amazing looking. And Vanguard Zombies was obviously not really good. Dude, I'm playing a private match right now. Why am I lagging in a private match? Can someone explain that to me? Please explain that to me. I don't know. Well, okay, we're done with Vanguard. I don't know, man. I was trying to say nice things about it, and this shit happens. Okay. So now we're on Tokyo in Modern Warfare 3 2023, which was such a cool map to see them add. I was really excited for it, and yeah, obviously this would be really cool in Zombies. And I mean, will we ever get it? Who knows? But I just love how many colors there are in Tokyo. Like, it's just so cool how much colors you can do with all the different advertisements and stuff. I mean, Times Square is kind of a similar idea. But I think it would be cool because we've never seen a map, obviously, in Tokyo before. And there's a lot you could do with it. A lot of Japanese culture you can implement into it. That could be really cool. Obviously, like I said before, there's already a rumor we're going to get a Japanese temple map. But I mean, why not do a Japanese city? I think that could be pretty cool as well. I mean, this Tokyo map's not that huge. There's not a lot to show off, to be honest. But just the general idea of it, I think, could be really, really awesome. and just wanted to kind of show off real quick what it can kind of look like, what general aesthetic it would probably go for. And this is it. This is the aesthetic, and I like it. Of course, we couldn't do this video without including Drive-Thru from MW3. This map was so special when it was added. I was literally in awe by how cool it was. It's like a full-on Halloween-themed horror map. Obviously, I would love that in Zombies. I mean, sure, it's not like the craziest thing ever, but I mean, it's just such a creepy map. And you can't tell me that stuff like this with all like the clowns and the carousel, you can't tell me this wouldn't work really well in Zombies, because it just would. I mean, the map's not that big. It's a very small, tiny map. But imagine like a little survival map as this, which is why, again, I'm so mad this game didn't have Onslaught. I would have loved to have used the MW3 guns and just grind camos on these multiplayer maps, because a lot of them looked really cool and could definitely work well in Zombies. But for some reason, they just never did that, and they just left us with MWZ the whole year and just didn't do anything else. Like, come on. It would have been such a slam dunk decision, and actually would have made me probably like MW3 Zombies a lot more. But unfortunately, I ended up not really loving it that much. But I mean, come on. Not much else to show, but this is really cool. So now this is going to be a quick one, but I've always wanted a shipment Zombies the same way that we have Nuketown Zombies. And I always thought that this version of Shipment from MW3 would probably be the best like version for them to use if they wanted to use a specific Shipment aesthetic and theme. Because this is the spookiest of all of them, obviously. This is like a scary looking one. And it's got this like ritual stuff here. It would definitely work well with a Zombies map. It's very small and tiny, but I mean, if it's like a simple little survival map that they just throw in as like a bonus experience, that would be pretty cool. I'm all for that. It doesn't have to be Onslaught. It could literally just be a round-based map that's just, you know, you throw perks somewhere, you throw Wonder Fizz Machine, Pack-a-Punch, Wall Buys, Mystery Box. That's all you need, and fans can have fun and just, you know, enjoy that as a side map. I think that would be pretty cool. And there was also that Butcher boss fight from Modern Warfare 2's DMZ The Haunting event. They can use that as like a special enemy on the map, and I think it would fit this pretty well. I don't know if they would ever reuse that again, but if they wanted to, fuck it. Use it for more than just a, you know, haunting event that only lasted for a month and never returned. You might as well use it for more. Also, I think it's worth pointing out all the Vortex maps that they added to this game, which were different variants of existing maps that kind of had like a zombified feel to it, which I never can understand why they didn't include these as actual round-based playable maps in the game. Again, that would have just made a lot of sense. We have Airborne here, which is definitely a pretty cool zombified version of Terminal. Then there's also Das Gross, which looks pretty cool. Mad Cow was technically a Vortex map. I think it was a variant of the Meat map. Definitely had like a scary vibe to it. They have Satan's Quarry, which looked absolutely terrifying, but again, would fit the Zombies theme. Or Spore Yard, which kind of looked like it was in the Dark Ether. Skid Row, I meant, is a version of Skid Row that has like overgrown, kind of has that zombie apocalypse feel to it. Then there's Tetanus, again, zombified feel quite a bit. And yeah, that was it. Those are the Vortex maps. I don't want to go through all of them because it would take way too long, and I don't think each of them are individually that interesting. But as a whole, it is a cool concept to have these like zombified versions of the multiplayer maps. So we had to end things off on Get High, which is one of the coolest things Call of Duty has ever done. I think technically this is actually Get Higher. I think it's like the sequel to Get High, which is the one they left into the game. But this is really cool, and the reason why I think this should definitely be a Zombies map is because I really think they should take this exact concept and theme and just put it in Zombies. Like, this is like so frustrating because I know so many people complain about reused assets. I do as well, and I think genuinely I would have no problem if there was extra content, not a main map, but extra content. If they just took this map from MW3, put it into Black Ops 6 as a Zombies experience, and had it so there's like doors, like you have to go through, you have to buy doors with points, and there's zombies that spawn in all around, different special enemies as well. And there's mystery boxes and perks and wall buys, kind of like Cheese Cube. If you guys ever played Cheese Cube from Custom Zombies or any map like that, that same sort of idea behind it, where you're like doing parkour type stuff, where you're going through a challenge map, but there's also special enemies and zombies and all that fighting you while you're doing it. That'd be awesome. And don't have a time limit, obviously. Like this mode has a 15-minute time limit where you have to get through it in 15 minutes. Make it so you can just play as long as you want, but like there's still rounds, and you can still speed run you can still like time yourself. You can still try to get the fastest time you can possibly get, trying to get through the map as fast as possible. And they could literally just reuse the same map. I would have no issue with that at all, and it would be so cool. Oh, these guys are gonna kill me. Oh my god. Like imagine just playing that, especially like you can do it solo, but imagine just getting into public matches with like a bunch of people just fighting zombies together on this like giant parkour thing, and maybe at the very end there's a boss fight that you have to defeat in order to like beat the map. Like you can't tell me that wouldn't be such cool content. And honestly, I think we got ourselves into this mess by everyone complaining so much about having stuff that's not round based, but I always try to be very specific with my criticisms, which is why I think it's important to be specific with your criticisms. It was never that we didn't want round-based. It was that we didn't want things to take so much development away from round-based. So that's why people had an issue with like the open world zombies. Open world zombies probably took a decent amount of assets and development time. Even though they were reusing maps, there was a lot they were trying to put into them. And those games already had struggling development times as is, so it just didn't really help. But I feel like they genuinely could just take this map and just do what I just said with the zombies and everything like that. I don't think it would probably take too long, but who knows? Maybe it would. To be completely honest, I would probably take this over a map like Liberty Falls. Like I would rather have this as a zombies challenge map than Liberty Falls in Black Ops 6. That's just my own personal opinion. But oh god, I'm doing absolutely terrible right now. But I think that would be amazing. I'm not going to finish it, but I just wanted to kind of show you guys what this map's all about. And it's really, really high up. It's a crazy experience. As long as it's not the main content of the game, I personally think it would be really cool as like a separate thing. And that's what I think zombies could be. Like we could get to a point where zombies, it has like I think 6 round-based maps in total is probably a good amount for the full game. You know, 2 on launch, 4 DLC. That's totally fine with me. Maybe do a couple of survival maps on top of that, like a couple of little extra survival maps that could honestly, like when it comes to the extra stuff, like I said, I do not care if it's reuse assets. I want original maps for the main content. But you want to reuse assets for a survival map? Go for it. Take it right from campaign. I don't care. Take it from multiplayer. I don't care. You know, it's totally fine by me. It's like, so think about the whole reuse assets conversation. It's more nuanced than I feel like people allow for. Some reusing assets is fine. You know, it's just don't do too much of it and do it in the right places. As like an extra challenge experience in zombies, I mean, this would be so awesome. And I feel the same way about like game modes and stuff. Like I love round based, but it doesn't hurt to have extra stuff like this to kind of, have more things to do. But like Outbreak wasn't really that though. Outbreak was literally replacing main DLC experiences. That's why so many people had a problem with it. And the MWZ comes out and it's replacing the entire game. So again, if it's an extra thing, it's whatever. But if it's literally the main content, it starts to bother people. But regardless, that's gonna do it for the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I will see you all in my next one. Peace out.